Biggest mistake you've both made each in business?
Spending lots of money when I didn't have it on things that I didn't need at the time. Like, I think I got very immersed in the whole like business side of things very early on in business, where I just like that just wasn't the level I was at. Like, I always wanted to build the business that I'm building now, but I definitely had the expectation that it was going to happen in 6 months, and I treated my business like it was able to do that in 6 months. Spent a lot of money on courses and whatever it may have been, and that was probably one of the biggest mistakes, because I actually didn't earn the right to do any of that. Whereas now I'm like, I can see why my business is where it is, because I've put in the work now. At the
So you're
time,
just trying to buy the outcome instead of doing the work. Oh man, so many. We'll talk about that on Wednesday on this other podcast. Like,
like I saw what other people had, and I was like, I want
do
that
this, I'll get
yesterday.
it. Yeah.
And it was just like, wasn't in the right mindset. I was personally a mess. Like, it was just like nothing. I would not have been able to hold that standard for longer than a month, because I had no systems in place, both personally, professionally, all the things. Whereas now I'm like, I'm doing everything.
Yeah.
And like,
running a business.
I'm not expecting this to happen now, but I'm like, okay, cool. I can see why it is happening now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to run with it. Yeah.
Honestly, you just need to slow down. Right, I would live my life at 100 miles an hour.
Slow down or think you need to be further ahead?
Yeah, I think I need to be further ahead. Like, I constantly feel like I just always move so quickly. Like, I'll do the thing, and then I'll move to the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next.
And you just forget where you came from.
Yeah, it's not even so much about the investment. It's just like, I just need to understand that my path is my path, and I'm going to get there eventually. And it's just like, I need to understand that that's going to happen just by continuing to show up every single day. It's just being process focused versus outcome focused.
Yeah. So perfectly normal though. Like, we always,
Yeah.
we go like, fuck man, 12 months ago, you have thought we were doing this, or, last 2 weekends ago, like we basically high-fived and split across the country with a team of bodybuilders and powerlifters. Like, I would have loved to have at your age be like, yeah, that's happening. It's happening tomorrow. Took us fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
But it happened.
Yeah.
And it's a great fucking feeling, and you don't care how long it took once you got it.
Yeah.
I don't look back and go, oh, imagine if we did that every year for the last 10 years. It's just like, we're here now.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm full of quotes today. But be patiently impatient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we spoke about it, like, one of the episodes, we unpacked like our career trajectory. And when I was like writing it out for something, it was like, we did 2 years on our own. Then we started working together. Then after 4 years, we started mentoring other people in-house. After 3 years of that, we went outside of that. Then we went online after like 8 years. Then we bought the gym after a decade in the industry. So you look back and you're like, oh, the boys just like really planned this out. Well, they were just like conquer face-to-face, then get into education, then broaden it and scale it. Then we'll get into brick and mortar. And like on paper, it's like the perfect business plan. In reality, we were just like, fucking yesterday. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's just fuck around and figure it out.
Yeah. Everything was not soon enough. Everything wasn't fast enough. Everything was, why isn't this working? We're fucking smarter than that person. Like, it was just balls out. And then it's like, I'm really curious if we had have assumed that mentality that you're talking about, like it's going to come.
Yeah.
Would the outcomes have been exactly the same, just less stressful?
Probably.
Or was it because we were so like fucking banging down the door that we created opportunities that other people wouldn't have taken?
Just you can take it too far.
Yeah, you need a bit of both.
Yeah.
Like, you need something that's going to get you out of bed in the morning, but then you also need something to pull you down so you're not sleeping.
You don't want it to consume you to the point where it affects your productivity.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to just always just push and forget. Like you said, you set the goal, you hit it, you set the next goal. You don't look back and have a moment.
Yeah.
Like, we've really tried our best, like, the older we get, to just go, fucking enjoy this moment, man. Like, we opened the gym the first week, we're just like, like, cool, what's next?
Yeah.
And then we're like, hold a second, this is ours. Look around, it's ours.
Yeah.
It's like, take a fucking moment.
It was 3 months for me.
Yeah, wow.
I even walked down the back of the gym and was like, okay, time to be sad. Or time to be emotional, time to cry. And it just didn't come.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And then randomly drove out there. It was empty. There was no one there, nothing on. I was going to film and I was like, fuck.
I've
got a key to my gym. And I'm going, like, this is fucking wild.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
Yeah.
I fixed something there too last Wednesday, and I was like, "This is mine." But I'm here.
Yeah.
Like people were in there, and they were like, "Oh, don't worry, he's just one of the owners." I was like, "Yeah, just the guy."
Yeah.
But yeah,
Last time I walked in there, Jess is like, "Oh, this is Ben. He's one of the owners," and I just like looked down. I was probably dressed like this, and I was like, "Am I?
yeah.
Are you sure?"
But it is easy to just more.
Yeah, well, we had the conversation this week
push,
where it's
always.
like, I'm like looking for the next thing to do, like how we were speaking about before. And it's like, she's like, you signed 2 people up this week, chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and the hardest part at the moment, especially in the training aspect for you, is your pursuit isn't more.
Yeah.
Which goes against everything that
Yeah.
you know, so that it is tough to have one less day of training, to not go balls to wall with your like with your effort and stuff. But it's like you've got to be very, very useful with your energy when you need it, and still make sure when you can push hard you use it well, but also think about where you came from at the same time.
Yeah.
Because sometimes there is a time to just look back and go, fuck yeah, I did that. And then sit on your ass and be like, cool, well, this is time so that I can give it everything I have in the future.
Yeah.
Like, it's not always just like, it is cool to just sit there and be like, every minute, every day, bro, you should be fucking hustling.
Who's gonna carry the
Goggins.
And if you're not, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
You know, all that. Like, it's great to say it, man. It's like, cool, it sounds good in a clip and shit, but it's like, fucking reality. It's like, be proud of where you came from.
Yeah, 100%.
Make sure you give yourself an opportunity to rest and give your best when you needed. And then when you are in the arena and you're ready to fucking go, make sure you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you need to have, like you said, it's a balance. You need to have enough urgency when that maybe opportunity comes up, you take it.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of stuff that we've done that other people would have said no to, that have given us lessons and outcomes that even like that thing, someone would have looked at it and been like, I'm not fucking teaching Friday nights and Saturdays for $30 an hour. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
And then you go, this program's made $500,000.
Yeah.
Because we learnt to teach and we learnt to understand and we learnt what personal trainers need and we did the course so we know what's missing, and then we had whatever 100 students go through that program that were like, okay, this is what the industry needs beyond that, and built a $500,000 program on the back of it.
Yeah, well, it's like the video that finally gets the views that you want. It's like, it's not the video, it's the 500 you did before them.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So if you're urgent enough to be like, fuck it, I'll try this, I think that's really valuable. You just got to not Goggins it too hard.
And just not get sad and frustrated and give up because you're not where you need to be either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that, like, fuck it, why am I even doing all this shit? But it's like, it has to be dedicated, clear work with it. Like you said before, I can see I'm going to get this outcome if I just continue to do it. It's not just random work. It's good, targeted work in the right direction.
Yeah.